Have you ever had a moment where you wondered, where did I go? What happened to me? You became so used to showing up for everyone and everything else that you just started drifting away from yourself, your desires, your dreams, your needs, and your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. Not because you did something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You did as you thought you should. We in our society aren't taught to put ourselves first. In many cases, that's quite often looked down upon, isn't it? Our thoughts, probably based on our beliefs, will say something like, yeah, that's kind of selfish and self-centered, isn't it? It's about putting others first, not me. Like, as parents, you put your kids first, right? As an employee, you put your job first. And as a caregiver, you put the one in your care first. But as we heard before many times, put your own mask on first before assisting others. Hiya, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel here and this episode of the Happy Hour. I'm Amber, the blind girl who sees, not by way of my eyes, but by way of my heart. And this channel is a place where I talk about inner peace and authentic happiness, ways in which we all raise our vibration in positive, powerful ways. If you're new to my channel, it may not always seem that my topics are about being happy. But if you follow and have subscribed to my channel, you'll quickly see that I had topics that are, well, real, honest, and they make a positive difference in people's lives. Now, I offer also happy hacks that can move individuals towards authentic happiness, an inner peace and a joy that isn't dependent on our external circumstances. So what I've come to find in my own life, along with many, many people that I care very deeply about, is we always seem to, well, we have a way of abandoning ourselves. You know what? You become so used to showing up for everyone and everything else that you started to drift away from yourself. And this doesn't happen, like prolific or all at once. It's slow and it's quiet and unnoticeable for the most part. It's the yeses that we didn't really mean to say, then regretted and, beat ourselves up for saying a yes later on, right? It's the saying, don't worry about it. It's okay. While you carry that hurt or disappointment. It's the answer, I'm fine, when really you're not. It's pushing your body to the limit because you need to do for other people. It's taking on the responsibilities that no one wants to sign up for. And it's the personal boundaries that you haven't enforced and they got breached. It's telling yourself, I'll get to me later, and never do. Then, by midlife, the second stage of our life, deep questions and realizations begin to emerge. You wake up one day and you realize that, well, you just got very good at managing life and not designing it. You got good at putting others on your list, and you know what? You forgot to put yourself on it too. For years in my former sided life, I was that very individual. I got to bed like super late. I woke up after, I don't know, maybe 4 hours of sleep. And I would put my feet on the ground and hit the ground running every day. I managed a successful business, was the caregiver to my father, jumping to attention for others. And I was a codependent partner and I was the best friend to many. My vision loss was my wake-up call. It forced a redirection and it changed my life from that point forward. It was a gift in many ways, as I came to realize that it was my former sighted life that truly was the disability. So I think my story, you know what, it's important. And I've witnessed many of my midlife friends looking deeply at their lives and wondering, where did they go? Now, I know that self-abandonment sounds like such a really heavy phrase, but seriously, it often shows up in very ordinary and sneaky ways. Yeah, it's saying yes. Yeah, I can do that. Way too quickly before checking in with yourself and whether you truly want to. It can be apologizing when you didn't do anything to apologize for. It can be pretending something doesn't bother you when it does. And it can be about staying quiet, not speaking up for yourself in order to keep the peace, right? It could also be that you value other people's opinions about you more than you care about how you truly feel. So you just mold yourself to suit others. And it can look like doing what is expected of you instead of asking what is right for you. And it can also be about negating a necessary boundary because you just didn't want the pushback. It can be about ignoring, yep, your body's signals for help. There are so many ways we quietly abandon ourselves. And this episode isn't about shaming or blaming ourselves. It's also not a lecture on bad girl either. A lot of us have just simply learned these patterns from what has been passed down. So, if you're a midlifer like me, you were probably taught, well, to be helpful, pleasant, the strong one, the one who doesn't make waves, who doesn't make things difficult for other people, who respect their elders at all costs. To be responsible, easy to get along with, to do what we're told, to be seen and not heard. Yeah, sound familiar? It was always about putting others first and you, somewhere down on the list. Like you didn't matter. Well, guess what? You definitely do matter. This episode is about learning how to put yourself back on the list, up near the top. It's about feeling inner peace when a pleasant and firm no is necessary. It's experiencing joy when you put your needs, your dreams and desires back on the table. It's authentic, holistic happiness when you treat your body like it's a sacred partner, not the villain. When you monitor your mind and what you listen to, and it's your soul's calling. It's honoring what's true for you. That isn't selfish. That's what I call selfing. So how do you start the process of making you a priority again? Well, you start by getting real and honest with yourself. Ask yourself some really deep questions like, what's important to me right now? For me. Now, that question isn't about what's important to you to please others, right? What do I truly need right now? Now, that question isn't about what you should need in order to keep everyone else happy. You know what? It could simply be that you need you just need much needed rest. You need to eat quality, nourishing food and not the fast food on the run type. Quiet time possibly, to soak in a tub and read a really great book without disruption. And you might need to move your body with some physical exercise. And it could be that you may need to open up your schedule a little bit by changing an appointment, maybe two, to create, a little bit more wiggle room. And it might be something deeper as well that you truly need. maybe as, well, you need to stop pushing your needs with an explanation. It might be that you need to admit that something is really, really bothering you and that you need to get it addressed in order to move beyond it. And it might mean that you need to reestablish a boundary that, well, you just kind of let slip a little. All of these suggestions are just tiny little resets to lead you to your inner peace, your joy, and authentic happiness. Now, doing some or all of these things tells you that you matter. So if you've been, feeling lost or disconnected or disillusioned at this time, it's not because you have done anything wrong. You've done everything that felt right to you in that moment. Okay? Don't forget that. Okay, so that's it for this episode of The Happy Hour. If you found this episode meaningful and it poked something in you that needed to be poked, please do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that others can benefit in a positive way. And of course, subscribe too, and that way you'll see more of what I'm offering here. You're not only helping me, you're contributing to helping others as well at discovering what it means to them to have authentic happiness, joy, and inner peace. I thank you times 100. And of course, as always, I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed week.